Welcome to the Renaissance Chronicles Mastery Class Flow-ology, Part 5. I am so glad that you are spending time with me and giving me the feedback, letting me know that you kind of want to hear more of this, because the preaching, I'm hearing so many people are backing away from the church, and that's why I come out here, family, because you don't have to go to church when you are the church. Yeah, that's right. We're going to jump knowledge. Glad I got a great shot, man. You see, got to be the cameraman and all, but it's worth it because the time we spend together is what makes this show today so great, because the time says it's temporary. It's temporary. Temp means time. And the airy part is like a place or state of condition. So it's a condition, but it doesn't last always. That's what I love about it. Have you ever been, and this was what I was thinking, have you ever been in the middle of something and it was like, man, God, Father, whoever you call on, He's helped me get through this. And you can sit here right now and we're talking and you're like, I made it through. You know, wasn't easy, wasn't perfect, didn't have everything that they said I needed, but I was able to make it through. See, that's the great thing about it when it's temporary. As I get ready to start, there's a word I learned I want to share with every one of you. And I want you to take this word and then build upon it. The word fellowship. Fellowship. You and I know that that's what we have with common bonds and individuals that we rock with. But what is true fellowship? True fellowship is what I have with my Father, my Creator, my Provider, my all. That means we spend time together. But the great thing about fellowshipping is that when I'm going through the storms, I'm not in the storm. The ship is in the storm. I am in fellowship. See, I'm inside of it, so I'm protected. So whatever I'm going through is temporary. That's the great thing about today's show, family. I love it. I was waiting to do it. I got dressed an hour ahead of time, and it was like, okay. But I knew that every one of us out here now wants to understand steps that we can actually take that help improve our lives. Got a young brother, he's going on a trip with his wife, but I can see him growing. I can hear his talking. The time that we spend together, we know it's temporary, but right now we're using each other to build each other up. That's what fellowship is. So family, if you're out there, go ahead and rock out, get some fellowship going on. Today's topic, as I said, is temporary. The quote I have for you it's an easy one. It says, time flows in one direction, memory in another. Time, that clock that you see on your phone or wall or however you keep up with time, it's constantly going in one direction. Now we sit back and reflect and have contemplations, we're going backwards. So if you stay in the flow with time, you'll realize everything is temporary. Everything. You get it, family? So let me go ahead and read a little bit from the section today. Have you ever watched the sand trickle from one side to the next in an hourglass? Realize that once it has passed, we can never go back to that time, moment, good, bad, or indifferent. If that is the case, then why do we get bogged down with life events that have already passed? I got to pause because we worry about our future by looking at our past, forgetting about our now. We worry about our future, trying to remember our past, forgetting now. That's the only thing I want us to take from this whole chronicle, is that whatever you're going through, whether it's sickness or diabetes or your husband treating you wrong or your girlfriend or whatever, because this world is in chaos. But I walk with joy every day because I know it's temporary. I know this time is going to pass. Who will make it pass this time? Yeah, a little side in the back. It's not going to stop me because it's temporary. We're going to talk not over it. We're going to talk with it. We're going to flow with it because it's temporary. And when it's gone, you and I are back in unison. See how that happened just in a moment. See, family, we can't let things come through and distract us. We can't let money or females or power or whatever you desire from your flesh take over. But back into the story, Time is the one constant in life, despite struggles, happiness, or any other emotion that is experienced. Yesterday I was coming home, and I knew it was going to be kind of a rainy forecast, and I was like, but the rain kept coming in and out, and I jumped on the bike. I'm ready to go home. The rain passed. I got 30 minutes. It only takes me 10. Before I even exit the plant, the rain starts to hit. So I drive up in the little parking lot of the gas station that they are opening up or building and sit there and park for a minute, just let it. And I was like, you know what? Tomorrow's show says it's temporary. I said, hold up. I waited till the rain slacked up a little bit. I got back, started hitting again. I just kept going because I knew I wasn't going to be riding in that rain forever. I wasn't going to be in the inconvenience forever. So I keep going, and now I'm here, and it's like, it's just that simple. But if you take something, an addiction that has been holding you back, or a person who's been holding you back, and remember, that time has now passed, it's up to you to decide what to do with now. And as we talk, we got another side in the background. We flow with it. Apparently, in the little city I'm in, people getting crazy. It's the weekend. They do things like that. I have to laugh in a prayerful way because I know they want better, but they're still worried about the future. Remembering the past, forgetting about now. Stay with that little folk. Now, what are some steps to take full advantage of time while it lasts? Simple. Stay in each moment. Stay in each moment. Never projecting too far ahead. Just as when you drive at night, your headlights only lighten a specific distance. However, you keep driving. If you don't believe me, get in your car. You're going to do it in a little bit. It might be foggy. You can't see, but you keep going. Because whatever is blinding you or obstructing your view or getting in your life or stopping your love flow, whatever it is, it's temporary when you decide to move. You ready to move with me, family? I promise you, them signs, I've done many videos here. I haven't heard this many back to back to back, but they're not going to stop me because okay, here it is. Healing is within. You know how heartache and hardship feels. So take steps to plan better. Think about what went wrong and adjust accordingly. Adjust. That's life. It's always about adjusting. It's not about getting comfort. You'll get comfort when you adjust because you're in the ship. I'm going to keep hitting you with that. And in life, I think it was Miles Davis who said a quote. He said, in life, there are no failures. And I think he said maybe there are mistakes, there are none. However, the point is, folks, you just got to keep going. You ain't perfect, man. I got a story to share with you at the end. Moments do not define you. They only activate you. Moments, this is a personal quote written by me. Write this one down. Moments do not define you. They only activate you. Just as when a plant is growing in soil, it is surrounded by nutrients. Only if it takes full blossom does it grow. Does it have the advantage? Time is our soil. That's it. Time is our soil. If you let time do what it's supposed to do, which is to flow forward, and you move with that, no worries. If you try to project the future and worry about it by remembering the past and you forgetting the now, you're out of sync. This show is about us syncing up with everything around us. And as I thought about something to share with you, because I like sharing personal stories, because I've been through a little bit in the past few years, but I think it was January 2019 to July 2022, just last year. I had no permanent address. I used to say I was homeless, but I changed it to nomadic because it was kind of a spiritually led move. I lived with certain people, short period of time, had to leave. It was just, I didn't understand what was going to happen from one moment to the next, but I know I had to believe. And I'd be laying in the bed and they're talking about me in the next room. I'm thinking, I love them. I'm not going to be mad. I'm not going to act rude. But I knew it was temporary. But it didn't feel good. But I kept going. And in the hotel room, when I lived there and I go downstairs, it was like, that wasn't my style of living, but I had to live there for almost 11 months. But I knew it was temporary. When I had to move in with these other individuals who, exploited me, for lack of better words, I let them rock because they thought they was getting away from me. But it was only temporary. Now I have my own place. Clean, it's well kept. I cook. I'm not starving. I'm loving life and I'm enjoying life. But I remember those 3 years. No address, but I smiled. I had faith. I had charity. I had hope. That's what I need you to take from this show today. No matter what, I promise you folks, I ain't give you all the details. They weren't easy days. No, I said 3.5 years of this. But I'm here and I still have joy and I'm still want to share with you. Nothing changed me except time. I learned to flow with time. So when you learn to flow with time, you grow with time. Get in the ship and stay in the ship. And remember the last thing, when you worry about your future, by remembering your past, you forget now. It's Renaissance, the messenger, with another mastery class of Flow-ology, saying peace, Selah.